good morning, everyone, and welcome to the December 20th, 2018 meeting of the County Commissioners. And it's actually our last regular meeting for the year. I think we have one more special meeting on the 27th. So if we could, we just begin with a moment of silence as is customary. Thank you. Please join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, we have public comment next, but I don't think we have any public comment, do we?
David said he can't make it today.
Okay, then we'll accept the motion to approve the minutes of the prior meetings.
So move.
Second?
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. And we have the treasurer's report. Yeah. Welcome in. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, good morning. My name is Anna. Here on behalf of Sally Nguyen, the treasurer, who can be with us today. We begin our report with the receipts for December the 18th through the 19th, 2018. This total is $20,123.34. This will give us a cash total of $1,745,811.94. Minus our expenditures, which are $1,248,482.94, and minus tax claim, which is $9,785.19, ending our report with a balance of $487,543.81. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
Second motion.
I have a motion and a second to accept the treasurer's report. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Report is accepted. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
I was going to give that for you at that percent.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Where's our human resources?
We moved along a little bit faster, so they come along.
They didn't wake up.
No, you have a proclamation, right?
Michelle Idris, Director of Human Resources.
Leanne Shea, Human Resources Assistant.
Good morning.
Under resignations and terminations, we have Samantha Kappas, part-time booking agent, resignation effective December 11th. Brittany Gardner, caseworker 2, resignation effective December 28th. Hannah Ozella, part-time reentry coordinator, resignation effective December 26th. Karen Rudy, part-time secretary D, resignation effective December 28th. Linda Alonso, part-time secretary D, resignation effective December 28th. Cody Gerner, telecommunicator, resignation effective December 12th. And Anthony Houck, deputy warden of treatment at the prison, retirement effective February 28th.
Move to approve.
Second?
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve those resignations and terminations as read. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And also,
So- Oh, go ahead.
As I'm gonna say, we didn't get to see Tony yesterday, but I guess
No,
we'll
I was-
recognize him later because, what did he get back? He's not finished, or is he?
No, last workday, 2/27.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's here on February.
Okay, so we can still have time to congratulate him. He's been here a long time.
Oh, that's fine.
Moving on to FMLA leaves of absence, Diane Luciotti from the Renova Center, up to 30 days unpaid leave of absence, partial unpaid, partial paid, effective November 19th. Karen Unger from MHID-EI, 104.25 hours of intermittent FMLA, effective November 23rd. Susan Douglas from MHIDEI up to 2 weeks of FMLA effective December 26th. Jennifer Vasquez, Clerk of Courts, 6-week FMLA effective November 26th. Robert Meese from Planning Department, 12 weeks of FMLA effective November 19th. And Robin Bucher from Children and Youth, 12 weeks of FMLA effective December 11th.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve those leaves of absence. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
Moving on to changes of status, transfers, and promotions. I have a motion to approve Director of the Renova Center, Roman Shahay's recommendation to move the personnel/fiscal officer position at the Renova Center from 35 hours worked per week to 37.5 hours worked per week, effective the beginning of the first pay period for 2019, which is December 30th, 2018.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second to change those hours as requested by Director Shahey. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
I have another motion to approve County Treasurer Sally Nguyen's recommendation to move all current positions within the Treasurer's Office and the Tax Claim Office from 35 hours worked per week to 37.5 hours worked per week, effective the beginning of the first pay period of 2019, which is December 30th, 2018.
Excuse me.
I'll move to approve. Sorry, didn't hear it through. Sorry.
That reason you didn't hear it.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. All right, have a motion and a second for those hours changed in the Treasurer's Department. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
Jody Boyd, promotion from caseworker 1 in Children and Youth to caseworker 2 at the rate of $1,293.26 biweekly effective January 14th, 2019. Melinda Kreider, promotion from docket specialist in domestic relations to team clerk at the rate of $922.77 biweekly effective December 31st, 2018. Stephen Schaefer, change of status from regular part-time correctional officer at the prison to full-time correctional officer at the rate of $16.56 per hour effective December 30th, 2018. Todd Meese, change of status from regular part-time correctional officer at the prison to casual part-time correctional officer at the rate of $14.20 per hour effective December 30th, 2018. Marlon Klinger, change of status from regular part-time correctional officer at the prison to casual part-time correctional officer at the rate of $14.20 per hour effective December 30th, 2018. Sarah Smith, change of status from regular part-time correctional officer at the prison to casual part-time correctional officer at the rate of $13.92 per hour effective December 30th, 2018. Arlene Aviles, change of status from part-time developmental assistant second shift to Renova Center to casual call developmental assistant. No change in her rate effective December 9th, 2018.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve those changes of status. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Changes are approved.
Thank you. Under other transactions, I have a motion to approve the removal of 3 positions from Lebanon County Extension Office as follows: 1 full-time Secretary B and 2 part-time Secretary D positions with the term date of December 28th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to eliminate those positions at the Penn State Extension Office. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
I have a motion to approve Warden Robert Karn's recommendation to eliminate the remaining 6 regular part-time correctional officer positions and create or add 2 full-time correctional officer positions to the Lebanon County Correctional Facility complement as set forth in the adopted AFSCME union contract, with the starting hourly rate for 2019 set at $14.93 per hour effective December 30th, 2018.
I'll move to approve that motion.
I'll second the motion, but that doesn't jive with what we were just talking about and,
Well, this is in the union contract.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is it possible to ask a question on the previous one? Those resignations were because Penn State is taking over those positions, is that correct? It's not that we dismissed them or anything like
No.
that? That's what I thought, okay. I wanted to make sure that I was thinking on the right terms.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion and a second then to make those changes at the prison as read. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Motion to approve Area Agency on Aging Administrator Carol Davies' recommendation to add or create an Aging Care Management Supervisor 2 position to the department's complement at a grade 13 on a non-union salary chart with an effective date of January 1st, 2019, and this position is funded.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to add that position at Area Agency on Aging. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved.
Motion to approve Children and Youth Administrator James Holtry's recommendation to add or create 2 caseworker 2 positions to the department's complement at a grade 10 on the Social Services Union salary chart with an effective date of January 1st, 2019, and these positions are partially funded.
Move to approve Mr. Holtry's request.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to make those changes in staffing at the Children and Youth Department. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve Community Action Partnerships Administrator Phyllis Holtry's recommendation to add or create a part-time receptionist position to the department's complement at a grade 4 on the non-union salary chart with an effective date of January 1st, 2019. This position is 100% funded.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Motion and a second to add that position at CAP. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Motion to approve Director of the Department of Emergency Services, Robert Dowd's recommendation to add a part-time Assistant System Administrator position to the department's complement at a grade 12 on the non-union salary chart with an effective date of January 1st, 2019. This position is 100% funded.
Move to approve Mr. Dowd's request.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to add that position in the Emergency Services Department. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Children and Youth would like to hire Sarah Hummel as a caseworker 1 at the rate of $1,179.45 biweekly effective January 7th, 2019.
Second.
A motion and a second for that hire. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Moving on to Salary Board, motion to approve all transactions previously read plus the following. Brad Moyer, incremental increase, telecommunicator with the Department of Emergency Services to the rate of $17.23 per hour effective September 30th, 2018. And Keith Wanfried, salary increase, building code administrator 2 in the planning department to the rate of $1,669.03 biweekly effective December 16th, 2018.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second for those additional salary board changes. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
For mandated conference seminars, I have Stephanie Light and Jessica McTavish and Keith Smith from Children and Youth would like to attend Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Questioning Youth in the Child Welfare System in Mechanicsburg, January 25th, 2019, with mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 6 credits mandated by DHS. Elizabeth Getch, Aaron Moyer from Children and Youth would like to attend the preparatory and beginning phases of child welfare supervision in Mechanicsburg, January 14th and 15th, 2019, with mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 12 credits mandated by DHS. Angelica Farisi from Children and Youth would like to attend the Lost Grief, Dying, Death, AIDS, and Substance Abuser Training in Mechanicsburg, January 23rd and 24th, 2019, with mileage, meals, tolls, reimbursement, 12 credits mandated by DHS. And Megan Ryland Tanner from District Attorney's Office would like to attend the Spring Prosecutors Conference in King of Prussia, March 19th and 20th, 2019, $350 total registration fee, lodging, meals, parking, tolls, reimbursement, 10 credits mandated by EA. Excuse me, CLE board.
Move to approve the mandated requests.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve all the attendance at the mandated conferences. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Enjoy the speech.
Yeah, you're like an old decrepit retired person.
Good morning.
I wanna watch this.
Okay, welcome. And we have an honor here this morning, so, besides the judge.
Well, this is a much higher honor than being here, trust me.
All right, you want to read the proclamation?
Sure. Whereas Elizabeth L. Liz Ramsey began her career with the County of Lebanon and employed as a microfilm clerk in the Pathonetary Clerk of Court's office on March 7, 1988. And whereas throughout her years of service as first deputy in the Pathonetary's office, Liz was recognized as a dependable employee who managed the office in an efficient manner. Realizing her own potential for growth, Liz accepted a position as hearing officer in the Domestic Relations Office on November 13, 2000, and quickly became known as a valuable member of the department through her high level of performance. And whereas through her tenure, Liz served the county with devotion and commitment, providing integrity to her profession. She performed her duties and responsibilities in a professional manner which reflect great credit upon herself and Lebanon County government. Whereas on December 29, 2018, Liz will retire as a conference officer, docket supervisor for domestic relations with over 30 years of distinguished service. Now therefore, we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, on behalf of all our citizens, unite to thank Liz for her many years of hard work, faithfulness, and dedication on a job well done. And further extend congratulations and best wishes for a most rewarding future and the very best retirement.
Thank you very much.
I'll move to approve the proclamation.
I'll second that motion. Again, thank you for all your years of service.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, I have a motion and a second to adopt the proclamation honoring Liz. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We got 3 votes for you.
That's more than I had on my hiring. I did. Bill FedEx did not approve my hiring because I replaced a green thumb employee.
I was telling Liz as we were sitting out here, this is kind of mixed blessing kind of thing. I mean, I'm really happy for Liz that she's in a position that she can do this, and really sad for us that we're losing her, because she's done a great job throughout, really keeps we judges on our toes, and has done that over the years, and we're gonna miss her for sure.
Thank you.
A great.
Very efficient. The
So-
moisture in this room is great.
We get that a lot. Usually other reasons.
I'm always looking to hire part-time retirees.
Except I'm relocating to Carbon County.
No!
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, we've had a home up there for years, and we've been working on building a new workshop for my soap business. So,
Excellent.
yeah, so
For you.
that's, yeah, we're working on it. We've been working on it since February.
Not in Jim Thorpe proper, right?
No, we're above Jim Thorpe, the address is Jim Thorpe, but the community is called Pleasant Valley West. And it's towards the Albrightsville area, yeah,
God's country.
yeah.
It's all God's country, right?
But I'll be even closer to the Lehigh.
We'll miss you on the Swatara.
You may not.
Oh, good.
I'm doing my favorite section this year.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Well, any of your colleagues want to say something?
I'm going to say that Liz has been such a wonderful employee, that she's done so much for our office. She keeps everybody in line, keeps all the legal questions in order, and we are really, really going to miss her.
There's good people in my shoes, and you have a wonderful staff attorney now who can pick up where.
It's not the same.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jamie, you want to present this one? And then forward it to me that way.
And also I was helping Katie with the computer.
I could, should put you, and then I could say truly the rose amongst thorns here. Okay? Didn't break the camera again, okay? Yeah,
God
you
bless
too.
you, say that was soap business.
Yes.
Well, you need to get a hold of my wife. She buys soap, all those specialty soaps. She loves that
I'll send
stuff.
my card down.
Okay.
Thank you, son. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Come on.
All right, we'll do
See you, yeah, you too. Uh-huh.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Fire one ready.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, everybody. We're here this morning to ask the Commissioners to approve a grant application in the amount of $20,000 we submitted last week to the Veterans Trust Fund, which is administered by the Pennsylvania Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. It was submitted last week to meet a pressing deadline, which is why we did it when we had to before the Commissioners meeting, just to meet the 3 o'clock deadline last Friday afternoon, or in my case, it was 11:30. So it wasn't in the afternoon, but be that as it may. Several weeks ago, we were notified that the Veterans Trust Fund was making grant funding available for various veterans-related initiatives. The funding was available to county governments as well as nonprofit and veterans service organizations. One of the initiatives that was eligible for funding was Veterans Courts programs for counties. We were eligible to apply for up to $20,000 in maximum allotted for that initiative. So the timing was great because as of January 1st, we were beginning a new Veterans Court program here in Lebanon County. So the application really asked for funding to defray some of the expense of administering that program, in particular, going toward the salary of the adult probation officer who will be assigned to supervise participants in the Veterans Court program, about $1,000 for drug testing supplies, about $300 for the cell phone calls for the adult probation officer, and then also about $500 worth of rewards in the form of gift cards that the Veterans Court team and Judge Tilwalk would be giving to participants who complete successfully the various phases of the program, graduate for the program, and really comply with all the directives and mandates that will be part of this program. The application was submitted. We didn't have any feedback. I think the grant year actually starts on June 1st, even though obviously our program will start January 1st. So we'll be 6 months into the new program before the budget cycle would begin. We will know officially in March whether or not we've been approved. But it was good timing, and we asked for your permission or your approval of this grant application. Hopefully the process will go forward and be a benefit for us.
It would be a distinct honor to make a motion to implement the Veterans Court. I see it as another alternative, another tool in our toolbox, if you will, and I'm really excited that this is on the table. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, we felt today was a good opportunity to formally announce with you folks the Veterans Court program. So I don't want to interfere at this point for you dealing with John's request first, but there are just a couple of things I'd like to say about the program and the process.
Anticipating your remarks, I'll second the motion.
You can make your remarks and then we'll.
Well, I wanted to say that I think we're very fortunate that we've had the collaboration of a number of people to get us to the point where we can actually start our Veterans Court program. It's been talked about for years, and frankly, our court system has had a tremendous interrelationship with the VA for a decade at least. A lot of conversation, a lot of give and take, and a lot of recognition, I think, by us, by Sally and those in the system, that there are veterans who end up in the criminal justice system with a specific set of needs that we would try to meet in terms of treatment. In the past, we did not start a formal program, not because of any reluctance on my part, believe me, or on Sally's part or anyone in the system, but rather, do we need to have a whole separate bureaucratic process for a group of people if we are actually meeting the needs of those people with our normal process? And I think we've gotten to the point now where there's a recognition that there is a group of people that are kind of falling outside the bounds of DUI court or outside the bounds of Crossroads, that we want to provide the treatment component in the same way as we do for those folks. So it was really probably about 6 months ago, I guess, that we really got serious about this. We've had nothing but cooperation from those stakeholders. Jimmy Dunmoyer's been involved. We've been involved with MHIDEI. We have representatives from a number of groups as well as the VA. The VA has been nothing but cooperative. So we are ready to go. And I think the great thing about starting the program now and being able to start it is that we really don't have to come to you and say, hey, we need a boatload of money, or actually we need any money to start this program. We've looked at things from a budgetary standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, and we're ready to go as of the 1st of January without coming to you for a request for any type of funding. It's been interesting for me over the last 5 years. In about November of every year, I would get a letter from 4 senators from the Veterans Committee in the Senate, and they would say, hey, why don't you guys have a Veterans Court program? We would suggest that you have a Veterans Court program. And the very last sentence would always be, or the very last paragraph, although we're encouraging you to do this, you should understand that the Senate doesn't have any money to give you to do this. So I was able to respond to the 4 senators headed by Senator Leach this year and say, hey, we're ready to start the program, but you know what, you really ought to rethink this issue about whether you have funds available. If you want counties to jump into this, which they would like us to do, as with the AOPC, it would be nice if there was some funding out there. We're fortunate that we're in the position that we are in to be able to do this without funding. There aren't other counties, though, that are as fortunate. So we're really enthusiastic about this. I will be the judge that oversees this program, just as I do Crossroads and DUI Court. It will involve a mentorship aspect where Mike Chabitnoy from MidPenn Legal Services, who is a veteran himself, has volunteered to be our mentor coordinator. There was a nice article in the Daily News about the beginning of the program. So we're really excited, I think, about this opportunity, really anxious to get started. And I'm sure that we can look to you for support going forward. I know it's something that Commissioner Litz and I have talked about previously, and I'm hoping that we can enjoy your backing as we go forward here. So I hope you'll look at it as another one of those programs that we're trying to implement to really provide the proper treatment for individuals, to make sure that they don't recidivate, lessen the burden at the prison, but really to provide direct help to those in need. The treatment and or counseling that people will be receiving will be primarily through the VA at no expense to us. So it's really a great collaborative program, and I'm pleased that I can announce today that we're good to go.
It sounds like it's a way to stretch our dollars, because we're getting $20,000 for free services from the vet hospital. Well, I'm thinking positive. And so like I say, I'm so excited. I'm curious, though, have you established the amount for the gift cards?
Now there are different levels of rewards that we will give, just as we do in DUI court. It depends on which phase you are in, what phase you're graduating into, what you've accomplished in the program. So it really just kind of depends.
And there are a number of other rewards that aren't monetary.
Gotcha.
So the monetary awards supplement other rewards.
Now, these folks are going to be coming to court twice a month to see me in court. One of the rewards for them might be to say, you don't have to come twice, you only have to come once. They might view that as a better reward that they don't have to deal with me. You never know. But we do have a variety of things that we do besides monetary rewards.
Well, we're going to vote here in a minute, but did you want to say?
No, I
something?
just,
Yeah, thank you for the reminder, because at my age, I need to be reminded sometimes. So, I just want to say, in response to this, that I so much enjoy and I'm impressed by the DUI court. I think I've been to every one of those graduations since I've been a commissioner, and the testimonials of some of those folks and so on is just, it's inspiring, and I assume that with the same management style, that the results from this court will be similar, so
Well, we're
I'm
hopeful.
looking forward to it, so thank you.
And I saw the goal there is to reduce the population at the prison below the 500 level, and that's a good goal.
Well, we've got some good things going, you know, with the day reporting center and everything. It's exciting times, I think.
Yes,
so.
I agree.
Commissioner
All right,
Ames,
yes.
our, just as a plug, our DUI court statistics are 70%, we have a 70% success rate, which is 20% above state average
Wow.
for intermediate punishment
Incredible.
programs. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Now you want to say something?
well, I just want to thank, the only thing I have in my head is thanking John for his diligence in chasing down these grants.
No,
I
absolutely.
mean, he's like, you know, bird dogs all these things for us and make sure we get our piece of the pie from whatever the offerings are out there. So thanks, John.
And they're very well written,
I
too.
thought we said
Thank you.
everything. We did.
Hopefully like it at the other end, I don't know. Appreciate it, thank you.
You do?
Very clear and concise.
Thank you.
Wait, this may kill the whole thing. He has
Yeah,
a question.
just
Hey,
question about the
right,
grant.
yeah.
As I'm,
Put the
yeah,
damper on it.
yeah, right, let me be the analyst here. Referring to the prison population, the last statement in the grant narrative says that the LCCF population should remain under 500 at all times. Is that an observation or is that a condition?
More of an observation, right, we had to do
I mean, it is,
performance
it has
measure.
been. We're about
Right,
to
oh,
rate it
yeah,
for a
right,
while.
and that was just kind of, any reason, because I think at the last CJ, I mean, that was something the Warden Carnes had said, if we consistent with about 500.
What, 494?
Something like that, right?
I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that we didn't have to promise that for this grant and then
Yeah.
we, all right.
Yeah.
No. I did not read that into the application.
All right.
I thought maybe we could, you know, lower that number to 450.
Oh, sure, well.
Now that we got the dangerous stuff out of the way, would we like to vote on the motion? All those in favor of the, approving the grant application indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? It's a done deal.
2 straight 3-0 votes, wow.
Christmas miracle.
Slash devil's advocate.
That's right, yes, yes. Isn't that part of your title?
I think so, it should be.
Oh, yeah, as part of this, there is an administrative fee that we're charging these participants, just as we do for DUI court and whatnot, and it's $500 is what the administrative fee is. So, from a sustainability standpoint, we will be generating some funds through the program itself. There could be people that are on house arrest with electronic monitoring as part of the program. So we'll be self-sustaining as to some aspects of the program that we're looking at.
Cool.
Okay. Any other questions or?
Just Miracle on South 8th Street, that's it.
Well, we keep trying.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Merry
Commissioner.
Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Same to you all too, as well. Even you, Mr. Grinch.
I don't have to look, I know you're talking to me.
Good natured. See you all. Thank you
Thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah, I just have to sign it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I know Medley was sitting back there thinking the same thing, right? Better ask. Prison. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're all in a jovial Christmas mood this morning, so don't mess it up.
Do my best.
All right, you have hazmat.
Yes, I am here today to ask that the commissioners accept the grant that we applied for in August, which is the Hazardous Materials Response Fund grant. It's in the amount of $17,739.80. This money is used towards hazmat response.
us up to accepting that grant?
Move to approve.
Second?
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the hazmat grant as presented by Director Dow. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Now it's all electronic.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Merry
Still
Christmas.
in a good mood.
You did. Sustained.
You start a fire with all those people? We're doing electronic.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Phyllis. You're here naturally for
I don't know, it's pretty, we'll see, as it comes in. It's all new to me. This last week, we got a email from the state. They wanted a signature page signed, and they wanted it ASAP, and they wanted it to be overnighted. So I called Jamie in a panic, because it needed 2 commissioner signatures. He signed it, had it signed, shipped it up, and what it pertained to is work ready. Usually, it's a funny program because it runs September the 1st through October the 31st of the following year. This year, they decided to run it October the 1st to the end of 2018, and then they decided to add the rest of it to it. Their thought process is that they're going to make changes. I have no idea what the changes are. They haven't told us, and they were going to have their act together apparently by the beginning of January, where we should have known by now, and we do not. So it is what it is, so we are continuing to plow along as we always have. The budget, and I think you all should have gotten a copy of it, is $108,174, and it's just basically for staffing and keeping the lights on in the office.
I'll make a motion to approve the Work Ready Grant Agreement.
Second the motion.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the Work Ready grant. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Are you at liberty to say what happened with the reentry position?
Sure. I'm losing track of time. Last week, we got a letter of resignation from our reentry coordinator. She was offered day turn, so she is going to go day turn, and there's no way she can fit this in. However, through various vacancies in our department and through the interview process, we had a candidate that stuck out in our mind, and bounced it off of Sandy, and she said, yeah, I think he'd be good. And I said to John Schott, come over, meet with him if he's interested, because he was looking for a part-time job. And lo and behold, he is interested, and he is bilingual, and part-time pastor, and just a very delightful person. And so we're very, very excited. We were very impressed with him when we initially interviewed, not for the reentry coordinator, but for another position, and it was like, you know, he had 2 really good candidates, and it was a flip of a coin, but again, he was looking for something part-time.
Would you like to give he a name?
No, maybe
No?
No?
Not yet.
If he hasn't been offered yet.
He has been offered, and he has said yes, but I have not presented it to, it's not presented to the commissioners, so, you know, wait, yeah.
I prefer to it.
Sure, that's fine. But yeah, he has said yes, and I am impressed. I'm happy he is bilingual. And I think he'll have time to devote to the program and do some good things with the reentry guidance.
Thanks.
Very
You're
good.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have two items for discussion today. Jamie, I don't know if you can give them printouts of this.
Oh, yeah, they have this.
Oh, they have the contract, okay.
The second item that you mentioned yesterday afternoon.
What you have before you is a series of our routine contract amendments with our providers. As you know, historically, the needs of the people we serve change many times throughout the year, and we have to adjust our contracts to assure that there's funds there to pay for those services if they choose a different provider or if their need for additional services increases. The first page shows just a couple of leftovers from fiscal year 17-18 that kind of happened at the end of the year. There are 4 of those with our service providers, and the total change in our contracts for those is $3,762. And all of those were increased units of service that consumers needed. Jamie, I don't know if you want to vote on those, have them vote separately, or whether I should continue.
With just the separate years, or?
Yes.
Or the other one? No, you can do
them all together. Okay. And if you look on the remaining pages for our current fiscal year, 2018-2019, we have a total of 15 changes so far this year. The total amount of those changes, it changes our contracts by an amount of $112,335. I'd like to note that we have money in our budget to cover those, and we would not be looking to the commissioners to make up that difference. We would be using base funds or other funds that are available within our current budget. Primarily, the reasons are increased units of service for individuals or new providers that a consumer may have selected. That's the primary. There are a couple odds and ends. I don't know if you have any questions on either of the fiscal years.
Well, if there are no questions, I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the contract amendments for the 2 fiscal years mentioned.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the contract changes for the fiscal year 17-18, 18-19. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas. And, you know, you can always get our vote when you say that you have the funds.
Well, we don't
I
know
know
what
that's
number 2
important.
is. What's number 2?
Number 2 is very simple. It is a contract between the County of Lebanon and the Office of Developmental Programs within Pennsylvania's Department of Human Services. It allows us to be what they call us as an administrative entity. It just means that we are the contractor for the ID services for the County of Lebanon. There were a couple minor changes in the contract, but nothing that scared us away. There's some additional responsibilities that we have, which we knew were coming. This had last changed July 1st of 2017, so they modify it every now and then just to include any updates or any changes in responsibilities. So we would certainly want to continue to be the administrative entity providing the ID services in Lebanon County. The effective date of this agreement would be March 1st, 2019. So we're comfortable with the language that's in there, the language that we changed, a few minor items, and we don't see them as being an issue or causing us additional expenses in any way. So my recommendation would be for the commissioner to approve that agreement.
So move to approve the ODP contract for Kevin.
So the motion, we need to have reviewed by council or?
Generally, this one we haven't.
Okay.
Historically,
I'm going
that's
to
not
include that
happened.
in my motion then, or in my second.
All right, have a motion and a second to approve the agreement as presented. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you.
It'll be here soon, very
Now,
soon.
a few days.
I was saying to Christine, I said, I always ask people if they're ready for Christmas. And I don't know that anyone ever told me, yes, I am ready, I'm done, bring it on. Everybody's like, one more look, I'm ready. Well, well, I'm in the right place then. There are people ready. I'm ready when my wife's ready.
Well, I was just gonna say, I'm ready when my wife says we're ready, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works in my home as well, so enjoy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As always, thank you for your interest and support
You're welcome.
Thank you.
on the contract.
Yeah, we'll do that second one.
I have the actual agreement here, and I have the one summary of changes.
Same one.
Okay.
All right,
Are you taking these along, or do you need to make copies?
I will finish them up.
I think they're about done here. Do you like them, Kevin?
sure, that would be great. Thank you very much. Jamie, I don't need those back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
See you.
I have 3 items. First, I've got disabled veteran exemption requests for 2 individuals. The first being Tanya Brand of Stafford Drive, Palmyra, and Carol Hauser. And Tanya is a disabled veteran, qualifies for the exemption. Carol Hauser, Pershing Avenue, Lebanon, spouse of a disabled veteran that meets qualifications.
So,
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve those disabled veterans' real estate tax exemption. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Okay. I have a request for an application for liquid fuel county aid. This is for Jackson Township. They intend to use their allocation toward the purchase of their 2019 road salt supply, and the cost of that will be $50,000. Their allocation of liquid fuels would be $8,163 toward that.
So moved.
second?
I have a motion and a second to approve that liquid fuels allocation to Jackson Township. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
And last item I have is a hotel tax grant application that's been submitted and I believe circulated to you. This is from the Community Health Council of Lebanon County. Nicole Marr is the applicant who did the paperwork and narrative on it. The project that they're looking to be granted is the Tour de Lebanon Valley. It's a bicycle event that they're planning to have in 2019. And it's going to start at the Expo Center, and I believe it's a 62-mile ride, along with some smaller rides, but the primary event is a 62-mile ride, and they anticipate their total project cost budget being $11,300, and then generating about, with that generating about, I think, $25,000 overall, $26,000 overall. So the remainder, the $15,000 they anticipate having would then be distributed for to the Conservancy for land preservation uses. They're asking for a grant of $10,000 toward this event.
Also move to approve the $10,000 grant to the Community Health Council for the Tour de Lebanon Valley.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second to approve that hotel tax grant. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So ordered.
That's everything I have. As mentioned before, there's a meeting next Thursday for the final passage of the 2019 budget. And I'll have a few other things to go along with that, but relatively that'll be a short meeting.
We have MPO at 11.
Yes, 11:30.
11:30.
Yes.
adjourn? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.